Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and we're back with another one of our clean out videos for 200 Run Series Part 2. And this is going to be for week 24. Week 24, where we just did Ultimate for the second time. And I gotta say, we actually got some really good loot. So if you haven't checked out that clean out video, or not the clean out, but the loot video for Ultimate the second time, definitely go check it out. We got some good stuff. Although, hopefully we'll see some of those items sold today. Maybe not, we'll have to see. But either way, hopefully it will help us reach that goal of 748,000. It's a little bit of a stretch going off the past 2 weeks, only being in the like 300,000 range. So if we're there, it's still good. We just want to aim for at least 200,000 in these, of course. But it may mean that it takes us at least another week before we actually hit our goal of 10 million. Hopefully no more than that. We of course do try to beat Series 1's cleanouts, but this one will be actually tough to beat unless we actually do something amazing, like hit like 1 million gold this week, which I would love to do before we finish. But it's a pretty long shot since we're almost near the end there. But they did make 923,177 gold for their week 24, although that did still only bring them to 6,025,000 gold. So no matter what we make, we'll still be ahead of them, and we'll still be, really close to that 10 million. Last week, again, like I mentioned, the last 2 weeks we've only been around the 300,000 range. We only made 336,130 gold, but that did bring us to 9,251,000 gold, which is why we're only needing 748,000 in order to reach our goal. Going back to the Series 1 though, we are still cleaning out those items from the Series 1, and they did actually make us 291,207 gold this week, and they were over 200,000 last week as well, which is really good, seeing that that is mostly just passive gold. They've even had higher cleanouts for those passive items because we don't add anything new to them, and of course I have to post the items on the auction house, but other than that, I mean, it's pretty much passive because I'm not farming towards anything with them. So far since we've started this series, they have now made us 7,498,000, so almost 7.5 million. So really good with those passive items. So even after we finish this series, these items that we have left over should be able to make us a lot of gold in the future, and will give us, a chance to focus on other things like my 1,000 run series and the other speed characters that I'm planning to do after this series is over. But anyway, as far as how we things we're selling transmog and materials / pets that we get from like islands, and you do get one from like welding caverns, but with that, our transmog so far, we have made 7,971,000 gold. And last week alone we made 335,000 in transmog. Pretty much all of our gold came from transmog last week, because we only had 176 gold in our materials last week. It was not a good one for materials, although our main focus is transmog anyway. Though we have made 1,280,000 in materials alone this week. We did do molten core, not this week, but in the series. We did do molten core though this time around. We didn't do that the first time, and that gave us a lot of material gold. Some other ones have given us a pretty decent amount too. But anyway, we're also doing this between Proudmoore and Thrall. Again, those are the same realms we used the first time around. The items that we're tracking from the Series 1, they've actually been moved over to 2 other realms. So they are on different realms, but still the same items. But that way we could still use Proudmoore and Thrall for this one. And so far, Proudmoore has made us the most, and that has kind of been the way things have been going here for a while. So we'll see if this week Thrall can catch back up. But either way, as long as we get closer to our goal or reach our goal this week, it's going to be good. But so far, Proudmoore has made us 4,811,000. 244,000 was what they made for us last week, and Thrall has made us 4,440,000, so almost 400,000 behind Proudmoore, only making us 91,000 last week. So they had a pretty rough week last week. So hopefully they can snap back and actually make us something really good this week to make up for that. But anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up. We do have next week, we'll be looking at Sethic Calls in the Botanica, see if maybe we can get some stuff from Outlands. If we still have to continue on with this because we haven't reached our goal, although we'll probably still do the clean out, and we'll probably still continue on. I still have 3 weeks of Islands planned out, and Shattered Halls in the Mechanar. planned out as well. So we'll probably finish those up even if we do hit our goal, just to kind of, you know, see what we get from those since they're already there and scheduled. I'll probably still will finish through those, but we will be looking to get into our next 1,000 run series dungeon here soon, and also working on other speed classes like rogues and warriors and just a whole bunch of different ones. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for this one. If you do enjoy these videos, go and smash a big thumbs up. Lets me know that you like it. Also helps out the channel. And do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. All right, guys, as always, we will start this off with Proudmore. We're going to check out the low value trade small big tune, then the high value trade small big tune. Then we'll check out the materials. Actually should have a little bit more this time than we did last time, as we do get you know, a lot more out of the chest than what we were actually getting from Pit of Saran and RFD, because I do believe there's more chests, there's more you know, different, you know, bugs and things and things that we can get from Alderman than Zul'Farrak. There's nothing in Zul'Farrak. I said RFD, that was before. But yeah, we should have some material gold here at least. See, Zul'Farrak just really didn't have much. After that, we'll go head over to Thrall and do the exact same rotation and see what we got. So, all right, guys. So first up, it is Proudmore, like I mentioned, and it's gonna be the low value transmog. Let's take a look, see how they did. And we've got 41 sales, good amount of sales, but only 31,191 gold. So in that, we really want to see like 1,000 gold average per sell. So we wanted 41 sales, at least be over 41,000. So about 10,000 behind. But hey, it's getting a lot of stuff out of our inventory, and we've, you know, still had a lot of stuff that's, you know, was overvalued when it probably got put in here. So cleaning up some space is pretty nice. We'll take it. We'll see if we have some standouts though. We do have Heroes leggings here at 1,500. We also have a schematic for the power amplification goggles for 1,100. Then we have the exiled dabblers sorry, cinch for 2,850. We have Ingerfang knuckles, which is Kata, 1,300. We have the pattern for the cloak of eternity for 1,400. I'm pretty sure that's BC. And then we have pattern for robe of the void for 2,100, which is really good actually. I know it's only 2,100, but those were only valued a little over 2,000, I think, when I got them from Skullomance, so really good on that one. And then we've got the pattern for the Deviant Scale Cloak for 3,000. Actually, really nice sell on that, because I feel like those were like under 1,000 there for a little while. Now they're going back up. Aboriginal Loincloth, only 4,000. That one's pretty low. That is one of the lowest ones though, so okay with that one. All right, guys, so on to our first high value bait tune, and the tune that's really going to help us, you know, possibly reach that goal, because this is where we look for the big exciting items and the big sales, and we at least want to hope for over 100,000 or, you know, 10,000 average per sell. But again, we might need a little bit more than that if we're looking to hit that 748,000 to actually reach our goal. So let's take a look, see how well they did. And we've got 6 items sold, 215,890 gold. So hey, at least we're already over our 200,000. That's really good. You know, we at least want to make 200,000 each week. Though we will need quite a bit more to actually reach our goal. Let's see what we actually sold here though. So Shadowfang, we sold another Shadowfang. Does that bring me down to only 1 now? Because I know I've sold some on my other realms too. I have like 1 or 2 left. I had 5 before I started actually selling these, and I think I've actually sold 3, because I sold 1 on here, and we sold 1 on Thrall as well, and then I sold 1 on one of my realms that we don't actually have in the series. So no, that would bring me down to 2. So I've sold at least 3 that I know of. So yeah, I think I'm down to 2 now. But anyway, Shadowfang sold for 190,000. Kind of low for a super rare item, but at the same time, with what people are actually posting these for, it's not that bad, because actually there are people posting on NA for less than that. So I will actually take it, because I'm pretty sure that's right at 200. Yep, right at 200,000 before that auction house cut. Auction house getting their cut there for sure. Let's see. We also sold a pattern for the Swift Flight Bracers, only 2,800, but those are the lower end of those northern Dire Maul patterns, and we got a whole bunch of those. So nice to get rid of some of those. Glorious shoulder pad sold for 5,800, so that came from when we did Zul'Farrak. Sold the Bloodwake breastplate here for 9,400. I'm not sure where that one comes from. Vilefin battle axe sold for only 18, almost 1900. I think that battle axe is lower though than the staff. The staff has a little bit more value. But yeah, that came from doing the Northern Eastern Kingdom zones. Also sold the long claw gun here for almost 5,800. That is from doing Iron Docks, I think, or is the long claw from that? Actually, might be from Skyreach. I think actually the long claw is from Skyreach. Vanguard leg plates, so that came from when we did ZF. Kind of low, but they're not like the glorious legs. 17,000. And really, guys, if you are in the Discord, definitely go check out the Make It Rain section, because I had the most insane sale of glorious leg plates this week. I shared it in the Discord. I kind of mentioned I had an insane, sell to share at the end of the week during our last stream, and that was it. I've never sold them for as much as I sold them for, so it's pretty crazy. Definitely worth viewing there. But anyway, still really good. 7 sales, 233,000. All right, guys, so our last bank alt for Proudmoore before we switch to Thrall, and hopefully we can have way more than we had last week. Not expecting a huge amount, but still a decent amount compared to 176 we made last week. And we've got 18 sales, 4,317 gold. So not a huge amount, but definitely better than only 176 gold for the week. Let's see what we got here. Just some minor herbs and things like stuff we got on the chest. Solid stone. Good thing I stopped vendoring these as well. Again, 638 of those for 2,300. So that was our biggest sell there, is those solid stones. And I think you actually get those off like the golem mobs as well. So definitely a good thing to start keeping if you guys aren't. I was vendoring them before, so definitely brings you a little bit of gold there. It's not a huge amount, but it helps out. And again, just other heavy leather, heavy hides, and things like that adding up. All right, guys, so we've had a great start with Proudmoore, making over 200,000 with the high value bank tune. They had decent sell with low value stuff, and though it still leaves us quite a long ways to go to actually hit our goal of 10 million if we can do it this week. So we're really counting on Thrall to pull through. They need to probably make almost double what Proudmoore made, but if they can match it, then that'll be good as well. So let's take a look and see what we got here. Low value transmog, 59 items sold, 112,242 gold. That is amazing for our low value bank tune. Now again, that's not great if it was high value, but for a low value bank tune, that's really good. I mean, it's less than 60 sales and we're already over 112,000. That's way more than 1,000 gold average per sell, which is great. And just being over that 100,000 mark, I think in this series, this is the first time we've been over 100,000 with our low value bank tune. I think Proudmoore with the low value bank tune came close, but didn't quite make it. So yeah, really nice. That's definitely going to help us out and make it less on the high value bank tune to help us reach that goal. So let's see what standouts we got, because we should have a few. We have the Vogue blade here for 3,100. We also have this Mock Nothel battle axe. Hopefully I said that right. 2,200. We also have a silver edge axe here for 2,500. Skettish broadaxe for 7,400. Well, know where that came from. That definitely. Well, actually, I don't know. I think Skettish stuff drops in BC as well, but I want to say it actually dropped from Skyreach. I think that did. We also have the Incise broadaxe for 9,100. That actually came from Iron Docks. Incise does. Dranithus mallet, 2,200. We also have the Creeper Claw hammer for 3,800. That's Iron Docks. Incise again hammer here for 3,800. That's Iron Docks. Vengeance blade for 5,100. Now that is BC. Also, this Giant's leg bone is also BC, 8,700. Almost skipped over that one. We also sold the Deanship Claymore here for 6,000. Not sure on that one. It sounds familiar. I know I've seen them before, but I can't place where it actually came from. Arcanine Great Sword, 6,600. I think Arcanine's also Iron Docks. Vine Wrapped, I know is Iron Docks, 8,800. Arcanine Spear, again, Iron Docks, 5,900. We also have the Jade Belt here for 1,300, which might have came from when we just did ZF. And then we have the Death Web Belt for 1,400, also from doing Iron Docs, one of the, you know, armor items from there. And then we have Ritual Sandals for 3,900. Also have a Wicked Chain chest piece for 3,500. Pretty sure that probably came from when we did RFD. And then we have Jade Greaves for almost 3,900. That also came from when we did ZF. Could have came from some previous farms as well, but you know, we recently did ZF and, you know, it drops Jade stuff. We also have the Halberd Polearm for 3,100. Purification Staff for 1,300. And then we have the Gauntlets of the Skull Splitter for 3,600 there. All right, guys, so now on to our second high value bank tune. It's going to be for Thrall, and the deciding factor of whether or not we're going to hit our goal this week. Yeah, tension's high. Really want to hit our goal, and they have not been the best, or they weren't the best definitely last week at all. So hopefully they're going to make up for this week. Let's take a look. And we've got 9 sales, 592,546 gold. Wow. Yeah, I think that's going to put us there for sure. That is amazing. Almost 600,000 gold. Let's see what we sold here. So we got the Incise Great Sword for 26,000. That's going to be from Iron Docs, the Incise stuff. Great Fur Booty sold from when we were doing the Northern Eastern Kingdom zones, 28,000. Also sold the Sliver of Nada, I guess 3,800. I think that's one of the, it's like a blue mace. I think that actually comes from Iron Docs as well, maybe one of the lower end blues. Sold our Rich Purple Silk Shirt. Man, that Rich Purple Silk Shirt pattern never fails to sell super fast. Sometimes it might take like 2 weeks, but yeah, already sold that. 479,750 gold. Though we actually sold it for 505,000. The auction house cut, man, that thing is ridiculous. But yeah, still really good. Almost 480,000 we got from that. That's our big one right there. So yeah, definitely good, because we got one of those from when we just did Alderman. So that definitely did just come from the farm we just did. Tarnished Bastard Sword sold for 4,400. Some low ones here. Another Girdle of Insight, definitely selling for less than it sold over on Proudmoore. Bone Shore Shoulder Guards and Thistle Tea pattern for only 950. Then we also sold a plan for the Black Felsteel Bracers for 47,000. Now, this pattern was actually valued higher than the Felsteel Longblade pattern, but I think it's because it's overinflated. So I'm okay with that. I've been sitting on it for a long time. Still haven't sold one from the first series, although when it has dropped it showing like insane values, and I think it's just that it's been overinflated because it's just bracers, and still a good pattern, I'm sure, but shouldn't be valued as high as it is. But either way, we made over almost 600,000, and I believe that's going to give us our goal. Let's go ahead and get to our materials bank alt and close this thing out. All right, guys, on to our last bank alt. It's the materials for Thrall before we pull our sheet back up. Should be somewhere similar, unless maybe they sold some of the pets, although I think I only have really low value pets left other than the deviant hatchlings left from Welding Cavern. Still have some of those laying around, but let's see, 19 cells. Yep, 41.93, so right about the same area. Still actually a little bit less than Proudmoore made, but again, just, you know, the little, you know, herbs and things and leathers and stuff that we getting out of the chest. Solid stones, once again, 600 of them for 28.45. So that's our big seller with materials. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to the sheet and see how we did. All right, guys, so back to our sheet for week 24. How did we do? Well, we did pretty amazing. We got 969,005 gold with our transmog alone. We got 8,510 gold with our materials, but it does make me a little sad. We only made 977,515 gold. So close to actually hitting a million before the series ended, but that is going to now bring us to a grand total of 10,229,347 gold. So we did it. We did actually hit our goal on week 24, and that does mean that we actually still beat week 24's clean out for the series 1. As they actually only made 923,000 and we made 977,000. So we still were able to actually beat them, even though they really had a very, very good week this week. So that's really good as well. Although we did hit our goal, I'm still going to continue to finish out Set the Calls and the Botanica. I probably will still do the islands, and I may also do Shattered Halls and the Mechanar. So we still have a few cleanouts coming up. We'll still also have some loot videos coming out, but I am going to be getting over to doing the 1000 run series again, and like I said, working on other speed classes. Though let's go ahead and finish out the review here, see how we did and everything else. So again, our transmog, we made 969,000. That brought our transmog now for the grand total up to 8 million. I was about to say 8,000. 8,940,000 we made with transmog alone so far. Again, this is mostly focused on making sales off of transmog. That's mostly what we're aiming for. So that is going to be the highest area. We now have made 1,288,000 with our materials, which has actually helped out. I mean, over a million gold in materials definitely has helped us reach that goal sooner, or we'd still be, you know, working towards it. As far as our realms go, Thrall killed it this week. Proudmoore actually had a really good week too. I mean, they were over 200,000, so that's definitely something, you know, to be proud of for them. But 708,000 just on Thrall alone is really amazing, especially compared to the 91,000 they brought us last week. Again, the rich purple silk shirt pattern really helped. Although Proudmoore had that help from that pattern as well, because when we got it from RFD, I'm almost certain we sold it on Proudmoore. So now it was Thrall's turn to do it at the end. And guess what? Look here. Thrall came back and actually took the lead. They actually, just like last time, Series 1, it was the same way right up until the end. Proudmoore was ahead, and then Thrall came back and took the lead at the end and actually stayed on top. We'll still do some clean outs, so we'll see if Proudmoore comes back on top or Thrall keeps it. But basically, before we hit the 10 million though, they actually took the lead. So anyway, we have now made 5,079,000 with Proudmoore and 5,149,000 with Thrall, leaving us now with our grand total of 10,229,000, making us 229,000 past our goal. So that's really good. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to pretty much wrap this one up. Awesome, we hit our goal. We're there. So no matter what we make for the rest of the time, it's going to be good, but we'll still keep pushing forward to see just how much we can make until everything is over. And then, like I said, we will have other stuff coming up afterwards. Like I said, I plan to do the 1,000 runs again, and I plan to do some other speed classes, and who knows what else will come up. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this one, go ahead and smash that big thumbs up. Lets me know that you like it. Also helps out the channel. And do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one, and so you don't miss the loot video when I come out with it for the Botanica and Sethek Halls. But anyway, guys, again, that's going to do it for this one. I hope to see you all in the next video and live sometime on Twitch. Take care, guys.